Previously.
Aha, the basement. All the creepiest places in a house you can go. I've been to the attic and now the basement. Don't look. That's creepy. It's probably a message I left to myself. To let myself know that I'm a freaking madman. Hey look, it's a jellyfish. After all this searching, after all I'd seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel?
Now it continues.
I'm yes man, so you might as well. So maybe I changed the ending by saying yes or no. Nothing to see here. Maybe they meant, would I finally find my Rachel? Oh. What the hell? Did I just get out of bed? Maybe I would use some of Rachel's travel books and find some places to go. It was my wallet with its contents intact. Either I dropped that stuff or somebody else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking again, or maybe somebody stole it from me. What the hell is going on? I already picked that up. Norman's store, that forest, the water tower. Was I at those places before? Yes. I didn't see how it could have happened any other way. I must have been the one to lose my wallets and its contents. But what does that mean? It means you're a freaking murderer. That's what it means. You crazy son of a gun. This was that old photo of that other man and his wife. I assumed I found it in that house. I recalled those faded remains I had found deep underneath his house. What had he done there? Well, what did I think? Was that man involved in this whole mess somehow? Yes, definitely. Those tunnels, the odd tools in his house, and the remains of his wife. He wasn't innocent, that's for sure. Within the few broken pieces that remained of the mirror, I could see my face had grown pale and weak. I couldn't bear to look at it again. It's like I didn't actually expect a reflection. I felt empty, drained. Okay, this is making me question, did I just sleep or something and everything's back to the way it was? It was the key card I found in the factory, the one that allowed me to slip through that door. It seemed to me that it was probably Norman's, but if that was true, what was he doing back at the plant? Did I think Norman was going back to the factory? Oh, so maybe these last questions depend on what ending I find out. If I think everybody else was a conspiracy, or if I did it. Did I think Norman was going back to the factory? Why not? It must have been him. He must have been using the old locker room. I'm just gonna be yes man. This time around, I'm gonna be yes man. The laptop had finally run out of power. Okay. It's really looking like I'm the one that did it, though. There's the bathroom. The reflection in that grimy glass was only a shadow, a whisper. I still loved that old-time charm of that claw-footed bathtub, though it seemed like a cold comfort then. Okay, I can't use the toilet. Tally-ho, move on. Head downstairs. No blood. Everything's picked up. My old office sat on the floor. Safe sat on the floor. I used to keep tax records and other important documents in it. It used a digital passcode lock. Did I try to open it? Yes. What was that damn code again? Oh. Was there any point where there were numbers? Numbers, numbers, numbers. I'm not sure if this is right, but I think I remember something with letters. 13, 14. No. 11, 12, 13. 13, 14, 12, 13, 14. Maybe that's right. I can't remember. Oh well. I have to pass that up, I guess. I leafed through the notebook I had taken from the forest. It was there the names had been written down. Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Iris, Daphne, Holly, Rose, Rachel. Those poor girls were they victims of the same person who had killed Rachel? I wondered what had happened to the other names in that list, or the ones who scratched out on that desk in those wet tunnels. So I guess I did find Rachel dead? Okay. It's weird how everything is back, like, looking fine. Am I insane? I still had no idea what was on that tape I found in the garbage. If only I had found a way to watch it. TV? Maybe you can do that, please. From now on, I have no one to get angry with me for stupid things like buying this TV. Okay. It seemed like I had seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back into the basement. The mail cell sat there, heaped on the floor. How long had Rachel been lying? How long had Rachel been lying in the basement? So I guess she was in there, huh? Well, here's outside. Or no, this room. Forgot about this room. There will be no more dinners here. No more chit-chat over breakfast. At least not for us. There's no reason to return to the backyard. Yeah, but you don't really find it surprising that all the doors that you walk through just magically get locked. Let's head down to the basement. It was the knife I had found in the sewers. I left it here because I didn't want it near me anymore. Was all this my fault? Was I responsible for Rachel's death? If I was guilty, I could take this to a warm, safe place. I could take this to a warm, safe place and do something about it. Did I pick up the knife? If I was guilty, I could take this to a warm, safe place and do something about it. Did I pick up the knife? No, no. There are other means of dealing with this. I couldn't go back into that room again. I needed to put an end to this situation, one way or another. So I can still pick it up. No, let's leave it. I'm with you on this one. I don't want the knife near me anymore. That was it. With Rachel gone, I couldn't stand to be in that house a moment longer. Did I leave and say goodbye to that nightmare forever? Yes. Leave that nightmare. Since I had arrived in town, things had been difficult. Working in the plant, though, had been good for me. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. Drinking was probably just a way to deal with that. It was almost as if I was trying to beat my brain in its own game. Things stopped making sense sometime after that, and my memories of what happened to me are still in flux. But I know Rachel had tried. I know she had tried even to be there for me, even when everything was falling apart. This night had unearthed terrible truths, but I knew it was the final act in a long-standing horror I'd been living. Waking up in that house tonight was the final cruelty. I wish I had remained unconscious in that room forever. It was obvious to me that the man I had found in that house had something to do with this. Could he have killed Rachel? It started to seem more like there were too many things I had seen to think otherwise. It was clear, at least, that Norman had been going back to the old plant. Maybe he was the one who had boarded up that locker room. who had been drinking up there in that secret hiding place. So had he killed that guard then? He must have. Maybe he found out, or the guard had caught him on patrol. Jesus, Norman. Why? I had to catch my breath, to take it all in. Up till the factory, things had only gotten worse. But then I had seen something I wouldn't have even expected. When I went to Norman's store, that's when my perspective on all this really started to change. Norman was dead, but I had no idea what happened to him. Finding Rachel's things at his store, though, had been the ultimate shock. I would get no answers now, but that didn't stop my head from reeling with questions. But as painful as all that was, oh God, I couldn't bear to think about it again. After all that I'd done and seen, finally coming home was supposed to be the end of this entire ordeal. God help me, though it was only the beginning. As I swung open the door and stepped out into the air, I caught the scent of wet grass and fog. Rachel, my beautiful wife. Just the thought of her again, cold and inert, shook me from head to toe. What would I do now? Who could I turn to? It'd only be a matter of time before the police got involved and before the neighbors knew. The front lawn was soft and giving beneath my feet, and I couldn't shake the urge that I shouldn't stand there, but rather that I should run. Okay. Benjamin Rivers. I probably missed a bunch of stuff that would have explained some of the questions in my head right now, but I still say he did it. He killed him. He had to have. Oh. Well. That was an awesome game. Sounds like it's a very riveting story. But I really wish I had some of those answers to some of the questions. Home is dedicated to my wife Nancy. Watch your back. I don't know if that's like a saying, like a threat. The end. Well, ladies and gentlemen, share your story and what happened. Aha! Multiple people take different paths. Probably get different pieces of this whole story. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was home. Oh, I really wish I had more of the story down. I might have to go there to that website just to find out more information. Well, peeps, that was home, and subscribe, like, leave a comment down if you played this game and you got a different story or some other piece that I didn't get. Please leave a comment. Tell me if you got some more information of what kind of might answer some of the questions that you might imagine I have in my head. Like, did he kill her? Was he the one that did it all? Some psychotic... I don't know. Did Norman do it? Norman? Or, you know... What would have happened if I had said, no, I didn't find her here? What if she had been somewhere else? What if I got looking for her? Would the game continued if I did anything else different? So please leave a comment. I'd love to hear about it. And hit the like button if you want to see more of these kinds of series. And yeah, I will see you later, peeps. I will see you later.